At the beginning of the story, we see a vast semi-desert area in South Africa known as the Great Karoo. This place receives very little rainfall, and dangerous wild animals are always nearby. Because of this constant threat, a group of zebras decided to live together as a separate tribe, where only zebras were allowed and no other animals could enter. To protect themselves, the zebras surrounded their entire territory with sharp thorn barriers, making sure that no predator could reach them easily. One day, a zebra suddenly comes running toward the tribe, shouting excitedly that Lungisa has given birth to a baby. Lungisa and her husband Seko were part of the same zebra tribe. As soon as the news spreads, all the zebras rush to see the newborn. But the moment they see the baby, everyone is completely shocked. This baby zebra was not normal like the others. Half of his body had no black stripes at all. Seeing this, many zebras start laughing at the newborn. They mock him and say that he looks half like a goat and that he doesn't belong among real zebras. The baby feels deeply hurt, but his parents comfort him and say, "No matter how you look, you are our child. No matter what the world says, we will always protect you." Lungisa then names her baby Kumba, a name that means the one who never gives up. Hearing his name makes Kumba feel happy and special. However, not everyone in the tribe accepts him. Some zebras start whispering that Kumba is cursed and that his birth has brought danger to the entire tribe. A few even claim that having stripes on only half the body means Kumba is evil and that because of him, the rain has stopped. They believe that ever since Kumba was born, even their water pond has started drying up. Here we learn something important. These zebras never leave their territory because they are terrified of wild animals. Inside their area, they have only one small pond, and that water is the only reason they are still alive. But due to extreme heat, the pond has been drying up rapidly. So the zebras decide that everyone will drink water only once a day, hoping to make the remaining water last longer. As the heat continues to rise and the pond keeps shrinking, fear spreads among the zebras. They start believing that if the pond dries up completely, they will all die, and once again they blame everything on Kumba. One day, Kumba goes to the pond to drink water, but the other zebras begin mocking him again. They tease him, saying that he doesn't even look like a real zebra because he doesn't have full black stripes like them. Hearing this breaks Kumba's heart. Feeling lonely and unwanted, he walks away sadly. At that moment, a grasshopper appears in front of him. The grasshopper starts drawing something on the ground, as if it's a map, trying to explain something to Kumba. Kumba doesn't fully understand what the grasshopper is saying, but he carefully looks at the strange map, unaware that this moment is about to change his life forever. After this, Kumba suddenly hears voices coming from outside the thorn fence. When he looks through the barrier, he sees several animals standing there. They are completely exhausted because of the intense heat, barely able to stand. The animals beg Kumba to give them some water. Seeing their condition, Kumba feels deep sympathy for them. His heart melts, and he decides to help. He opens the thorn gate and allows them to come inside so they can drink a little water from the zebra's pond. But the moment Kumba opens the gate, the other zebras rush over and see what's happening. They immediately chase the animals away, forcing them to leave without even a single drop of water. As the thirsty animals walk away, something terrifying happens. A leopard named Fango suddenly appears and attacks them. Fango then notices Kumba and charges toward him as well. Just in time, Kumba's father slams the gate shut, stopping the leopard from getting inside the territory. Kumba is safe, but the damage is already done. All the zebras begin yelling at Kumba, blaming him for what just happened. They say that because of his mistake, a predator almost entered their home, and everyone's life was put in danger. Kumba feels deeply guilty and ashamed. Unable to face anyone, he walks away alone, blaming himself for everything. Seeing her son so broken, Kumba's mother follows him and begins to tell him an old story. She explains that thousands of years ago, zebras in this land had no black stripes at all. One day, while playing, a zebra discovered a magical water pond. As soon as that zebra bathed in the water, black stripes suddenly appeared on its body. When the other zebras saw this miracle, they all jumped into the pond one by one. Slowly, every zebra gained black stripes, becoming the zebras we know today. As Kumba listens to this story, something suddenly clicks in his mind. He remembers the strange map drawn by the grasshopper. Kumba immediately runs back and looks at the map again. Now he truly believes that this map leads to the same magical pond his mother was talking about. Filled with hope, Kumba feels happier than ever and decides to begin his journey. But before leaving, he goes to see his mother one last time. That's when tragedy strikes. Kumba discovers that his mother has passed away due to severe illness. Seeing her lifeless body completely shatters him. His heart breaks into pieces, but instead of showing sympathy, the zebras once again blame Kumba. They call him unlucky and say that because of him, even his mother has died. Unable to bear the pain and hatred anymore, Kumba leaves the tribe forever, determined to find the magical pond. Even though his mother's death still weighs heavily on his heart, he keeps moving forward. During his journey, Kumba meets a fox who starts talking sweetly to him. The fox wants to hunt Kumba and tricks him by saying that he knows the way to the magical pond. Trusting him, Kumba follows the fox. The fox's name is Skulk, As they travel together, they encounter two more animals. One is a powerful wildebeest named Mama V, and the other is an ostrich. Seeing them, Skulk gets nervous. He realizes that as long as they are around, he won't be able to hunt Kumba, so he secretly calls his fellow foxes, planning to attack all three together. But Skulk makes a huge mistake. Mama V turns out to be incredibly strong. In a fierce fight, he defeats all the foxes and drives them away. After this incident, Kumba finally understands an important lesson. In the jungle, trusting someone too easily can be dangerous, because everyone is trying to survive. Kumba now trusts Mama V and the ostrich, as they treat him like a true friend. He shares his goal with them, and explains that he is searching for a magical pond, hoping it will give him full black stripes so he can finally become like the other zebras. And with new friends by his side, Kumba's journey truly begins. Meanwhile, we see the leopard Fango again. He tracks down the fox, grabs him, and forces him to reveal Kumba's location. Terrified, the fox confesses everything, that Kumba is searching for a magical water pond. After hearing this, Fango begins following Kumba by sniffing his scent, determined not to let him escape. The scene then shifts. Kumba, Mama V, and the ostrich have found a safe place to rest for the night. To protect themselves from wild animals, they light a fire and stay close together. The next morning, Kumba continues his journey according to the map. The map mentions 3 tall hills, which he must find to reach his destination. Mama V and the ostrich decide to stand by Kumba and join him on this journey. Back at the zebra tribe, Kumba's father is deeply worried about his son. While searching, he finds footprints of both Kumba and Fango. Seeing this, he believes that the leopard has killed Kumba. Heartbroken, he returns to the tribe and tells the other zebras. Instead of mourning, one zebra cruelly says that it's good Kumba is dead, because he was cursed, and now maybe the rain will finally return. Hearing this, that zebra's daughter Toombi speaks up angrily and says, "How can you say something like that? Kumba was my friend." On the other side, Kumba and his friends finally reach the magical pond shown on the map. Kumba is overjoyed when he sees it. The ostrich is the first to step into the water, but when he comes out, nothing happens. Seeing this, Kumba believes that the magic might work only on zebras. With hope in his eyes, Kumba enters the pond himself, but nothing changes. No black stripes appear on his body. Kumba is crushed. Once again, he feels broken and defeated. The animals around him start laughing and reveal the truth. It was just a prank. There was never any magical pond. At the same time, a group of human tourists arrive at the location. They are shocked when they see Kumba, because they have never seen such a unique zebra before. The tourists jump into their vehicles and start chasing Kumba, trying to capture him. Kumba runs for his life, doing everything he can to escape, but eventually the humans manage to catch him. From a distance, a rabbit watches everything closely. Wanting to help Kumba, the rabbit suddenly runs forward and jumps onto the front mirror of the car. The driver loses control, and the vehicle flips over. Using this moment, Kumba escapes and runs away. He is finally free from human captivity. In the next scene, the rabbit approaches Kumba and tells him something crucial. Only the black eagle knows the truth about the magical pond. Hearing this, Kumba sets out to find the black eagle. Once again, Mama V and the ostrich choose to join him on his journey. Meanwhile, the zebra tribe makes a life-changing decision. After suffering for so long without rain, they realize that staying trapped behind thorn walls will only lead to death. So, for the first time, the entire tribe leaves their territory in search of water. At the same time, Fango continues following Kumba's scent, slowly closing in. After a long and exhausting journey, Kumba finally reaches the black eagle's territory. Before he can go any further, small animals stop him and warn that the black eagle is extremely dangerous and should not be approached. But before Kumba can react, the black eagle suddenly appears from behind, grabs him, and attacks him. Just before the eagle can kill him, Kumba tells him his entire story, everything he has suffered, everything he has lost, and why he is searching for the pond. Hearing the truth, the black eagle feels sympathy and spares Kumba's life. The black eagle then reveals the real location of the magical pond. But there is a terrifying catch. The pond is located right next to Fango's home, which means, no matter what, Kumba must face Fango once again. The black eagle also tells Kumba an important truth about Fango's past. When Fango was just a cub, one of his eyes was damaged. Because of this, the other leopards used to mock him. But despite that weakness, Fango developed an extraordinary sense of smell. He can track his prey from miles away, which is why he has become such a deadly and skilled hunter. Even knowing the danger, Kumba has no choice but to take the risk. No matter what, he must reach the magical pond. We then see the rabbit who had earlier helped Kumba escape from the humans. The rabbit gathers all of his friends, and together they decide that they will also help Kumba on his mission. Soon, all of them are ready to follow him. When Mama V and the ostrich learn that Kumba is heading toward the area where Fango lives, they try to stop him, but Kumba refuses to listen. Determined, he leaves them behind and continues alone. Not long after, Fango arrives and spots Mama V and the ostrich. He attacks them, and out of fear, they reveal Kumba's location. Once again, Fango begins chasing Kumba. After Fango leaves, Mama V V and the ostrich realize their mistake. They understand that they should never have let Kumba go alone. Deciding to do the right thing, they choose to rejoin Kumba's mission and help him at any cost. In the next scene, Kumba is traveling alone. After a long journey with no water, he collapses near a barren land, completely exhausted. His eyes begin to close, but just in time, he sees an animal running toward him. It turns out to be a goat, the same one Kumba had once helped by giving water. The goat now returns the favor. She helps Kumba, gives him a fruit to eat, and slowly his strength begins to return. The goat then leads Kumba all the way to the magical pond. At the same time, we see many animals of the jungle gathering together. United by kindness, they are all moving forward to help Kumba. To reach the pond, Kumba must pass through a dark cave, and he enters it alone. The other animals arrive outside the cave, but suddenly a fire breaks out, blocking their path and preventing them from going inside. Mama V decides to break through the cave from the back so everyone can enter, but even with all his strength, he fails. Inside the cave, after facing countless dangers, Kumba finally reaches the magical pond. On the cave walls, he notices ancient paintings showing many zebras, telling stories of the past. Suddenly, Fango appears. Terrified, Kumba listens as Fango reveals the truth. Years ago, there was a prophecy. A zebra with half-black stripes would be born. By eating that zebra, Fango's damaged eye would be healed, and he would become even more powerful than before. Hearing Fango's dark intention, Kumba panics and tries to escape, but Fango attacks him. Kumba runs desperately to save his life, and finally jumps into the magical pond. Fango follows him, and both of them fall into the water. Inside the pond, an intense life-or-death struggle begins, with both fighting beneath the surface. Because of their intense fight, the weak rocks inside the cave begin to crack, and suddenly the entrance of the cave breaks open. A massive amount of water starts rushing out from the other side, flooding the area. All the animals watch in shock as the fight between Kumba and Fango reaches the edge of a cliff. Just as Fango leaps forward to attack, Kumba gathers all his strength and pushes the rock beneath Fango's feet. Fango loses his balance and falls down into the depths below. Huge rocks crash down on him, and Fango is crushed to death right there. But the danger isn't over yet. The entire cave begins to collapse, and Kumba also falls into the water below. Rocks fall on top of him as well. Seeing this, all the animals rush forward together and somehow manage to pull Kumba out from under the stones. But Kumba isn't moving. For a moment, everyone believes that Kumba is dead. The animals are heartbroken. Then suddenly, Kumba opens his eyes and stands up. Seeing this miracle, everyone is filled with joy and relief. Kumba is alive, but here's the most important part. Even after falling into the water, Kumba does not change. He doesn't get full black stripes like the other zebras. This means the story his mother once told him about the magical pond was never true. The magical pond never actually existed. And yet, in the end, the zebra tribe finally begins to respect Kumba. All the animals now see him as a unique zebra, not a cursed one. Because of Kumba, water has returned, the land is alive again, and rain starts falling once more. Most importantly, the terrifying leopard Fango is gone forever, and the animals are finally safe. Kumba realizes something powerful. He can never become like the other zebras, but that doesn't make him weak. Being different is not a curse. Being unique is his greatest strength. If this story touched your heart, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel for more powerful animal stories like this, and share this video with someone who believes that being different is a strength.